what's up, everybody? Isaac here, Civil Engineering Academy. Excited to be with you on another podcast episode. Today, I'm going to talk a lot about, how to prepare for our exams, but looking into 2024, one of the hot topics is AI. And so a lot of people have asked or are curious how AI can help you with your exam prep. And it can help. And today, we're going to dive into it on the areas that it can help you, maybe areas that it struggles with, but definitely there are some things that it can help you with. So I wanted to talk about that today. It's going to be an exciting episode because in 2024, we've got new specifications coming out in April, but we also, want to utilize other tools and resources that we can get our hands on to help us better prepare for our exams the best way that we can. So today I want to talk about how AI can help power your studies and get you on the right path as you prepare for passing your exams in 2024. It's going to be a good one, so stick with me. It's going to be coming up right after this. Hey, before we start diving into this awesome podcast episode with lots of nuggets of awesome wisdom that we're going to help you with, I want to take a moment to highlight our awesome partner, Civil Engineer Gear. As a civil engineer myself, this is hands down the go-to destination for sleek and professional looking day-to-day gear with a civil engineering flair. You can bet that it's mine for sure. So whether you're on the job site, the job office, you're burning the midnight oil studying for your exams, or you're just chilling at home on the weekends, which many of us do, there is civil engineering inspired products there that combine functionality and professionalism to be your companion, your best companion during those days you want to check out. I definitely love the comfortable t-shirts and sweatshirts. I'm wearing one right now. I don't start my day without a awesome drink. One of my favorite drinks in their awesome canteens. We also have awesome mugs, and don't even get me started on the spacious bags that they have there. They're big enough for all of my personal protective equipment, my PPE, shove it all in there, carry it with me. And it's not so big that you can't carry it around. It's actually a perfect fit. You can use it for your gym clothes. You can use it for your camping gear, yoga, whatever it is, you name it, throw it in the bag. Now, the best part of all this is that shipping is free on all orders. So if you are interested in getting some sweet civil engineering gear, check it out at civilengineergear.com and make sure to treat yourself with some awesome gear and accessories tailored specifically to your professional and personal life as a civil engineer. Go check it out. You won't be disappointed. All right, so before we jump into how AI can really help you, and if you're going to watch this on our YouTube channel, I'm going to use ChatGPT and kind of run through how I would use that to help prepare and show you what it can and can't do really well for you and further refine things. But I thought it would be fun just to kind of dive into that together. But the first part I wanted to go over is kind of the overall landscape of the exam itself. So first of all, you have your FE exam that you could use this tool for. You also have your PE exam. PE in 2024 is going to have some big changes to it that we are going to be releasing content about, as I'm sure you're familiar with. But the specifications are changing a lot. They've dropped basically the breadth material on all the exams, and you'll just need to be studying basically your depth exam or more questions related to your depth exam as you prepare for that exam hitting in April of 2024. Now, one of the most common challenges that I hear from students of our course, the Ultimate Civil PE Review course, is theory problems. The amount of theory problems that come at you, the type of theory problems that come at you, those seem to be a huge struggle for people because it's very hard to prepare for those. When we're so used to solving problems using not just theory problems, but quantitative type problems where we actually have to solve something. And that's really what we prepare for, and we catch theory as we prepare as we're studying. And that's really how you kind of gather this knowledge in to help prepare for theory problems. But the amount of theory on the test, FE and PE, seems to always be going up and catch people off guard. So that is one tip, one tool that we can use AI to help. Another common complaint or challenge that is faced during exam preparation is maybe even how to build out a schedule, how to develop a schedule that's going to be good for you. And that's another area where we could utilize AI as a tool to help prepare a schedule for us. So I'm going to flip the screen, and if you're watching this again on our channel, you'll be able to see the questions I'm going to ask and the prompts I'm going to ask so you can get a feel for that. If you're listening to this, that's great to, but maybe go home and try it one day if you're in the study mode. Obviously, this is the AI revolution is a tool you can use for millions of different things, but this is just one way that we can use this to help with exam preparation as a tool belt, another tool in our tool belt to help us prepare for these exams. So that's what we wanted to chat about. So that's kind of the landscape of the questions that I see, the challenges that folks have, and let's go ahead and see how we can use AI and if it's good or not right now to help us prepare maybe with some of these problems that we're facing. So let's turn the screen over and I'm going to jump into that. All right, so if you're with me, I've jumped into ChatGPT, which is chat.openai.com, and it's, this is version 3.5, nothing fancy here, just the free version that you can jump into. Let's start asking it some prompts and see if we can get this thing to help us out. So I discussed already 2 big challenges students have, and we're going to see how ChatGPT can help us. The first one is to develop a study schedule that's going to help us on this journey. So I'm going to go ahead and ask a prompt here and see if we can get this thing developing a study schedule for us. I'm going to say I'm preparing for the civil PE exam, specifically for the construction depth exam. Can you develop a study schedule for me based on the NCEES specifications for the construction depth exam? I'd like it spread over, let's say, 6 months. Here we go. Certainly. All right, we're going to let it run its thing. It's asking, it's building, it's doing stuff. It's just going nuts. Okay, so let's scroll back up. We're going to see what it says, what it's given to us. So it's telling us, certainly the civil P exam with a focus on construction is a comprehensive test that requires preparation. Below is a 6-month study schedule, blah, blah, blah. So month 1, it tells us to review and familiarization. So for the first 2 weeks, it wants you to get familiarized with the specs. That's good. Review the reference materials and resources allowed during the exam. That's fine. Begin reviewing general civil engineering topics to refresh your knowledge. That's fine. Weeks 3 through 4 focus on construction-related fundamentals such as project management, contracts, and safety. Start working through example problems to reinforce your understanding. Okay. Month 2, structural analysis and design. So for week 5 and 6, we're going to dedicate time to structural analysis and design topics, statics, dynamics, structural design principles, and solve problems. Month 3 is geotechnical and foundation engineering. So that's going to be week 7 and 8. Month 4, it wants us to hit construction operation methods, week 9 and 10. And month 5, site development. I think it's kind of funny because as you're looking through this, they say month 5 is site development, but they only give you week 11 and 12. Isn't there 4 weeks in a month? Am I missing something? Something's off there. But this is a good start. I think it's a good start. So month 5, site development, and it says week 11 and 12, concentrate on site development topics, including earthwork, grading, and storm management. And month 6, final review and practice exams. Review all major topics, emphasizing weak areas, take practice exams under time conditions. And week 15 through 16, analyze your performance, see what you need to improve on, refine problem-solving strategies and time management. And your last week for final preparations, it says week 17 is basically to review your notes and problem-solving techniques. And then it goes over exam day to stay calm during the morning breath section, take a break and relax during lunch, and approach the afternoon depth session with confidence. This study schedule is just a guide. You can adapt it to your personal progress and circumstances. Consistent and focused study sessions along with regular practice exams will help you prepare effectively for the Civil P exam. Good luck. So, it's not a bad start, is all I'm going to say. It's not a bad start. But obviously what you're going to want to do if you're doing this is get the specifications and make sure that you've hit every single topic that you're going to be asked questions on from the NCEES. And I don't think ChatGPT does this. Now, if you went to ChatGPT 4.0 where you could upload a document, maybe that's the best way to do this. And I'm not doing this. I'm just showing it a free version that you could go to and check out. But you could further refine this for sure. But at least it's a springboard into starting something for you and how you want to develop your weeks out. And I think that's a good start. So I would say if you're going to develop a schedule using ChatGPT, there's definitely a lot of refining that needs to happen, but it does give you a basic framework for what you need to do there. So take it or leave it. You're probably better off just grabbing the specifications themselves and just going to town, making your own study schedule. Or if you would like, we've developed a study schedule for you. It's also ties problems to the weeks and things of that nature. That's found within our course. So we take the guesswork out of developing that as well. But this is a good start. So I'm not going to rank this super high, AI helping you with the study schedule, but it is a tool you could use on that adventure. All right, next up is the most common type of stuff people complain about students is that's the amount of theory questions that they get. And I have a feeling that ChatGPT is really good at spitting out theory problems. So let's go ahead and go to the screen here. We're going to go to ChatGPT 3.5, and I'm going to prompt it here with some questions. I'm going to say I'm preparing for the Water Resources PE exam administered by the NCEES. Can you help develop 40 theory problems based on the water resource specifications? Let's see what we got. All right, it's running its thing. It's doing it very quickly. Let's see what we got here. And it spit that out very fast. Okay. All right, so here we go. It says, certainly I can provide with 40 theory problems based on water resource specs. For the PE exam, please note that these are conceptual questions that cover a range of topics within water resource engineering. Feel free to use them with a supplement to your study materials. So then it says, here's hydrology. It wants you to, 1, explain the difference between direct runoff and base flow in the context of hydrology. That's a good question. Define the term hydrograph and explain how it's used in hydrological analysis. That's great. Discuss the factors that affect the time of concentration and hydrologic modeling. These are all great questions. If I keep going, there's a lot. Explain the difference between the rational method and the SCS, which is Soil Conservation Service curve number method for estimating peak runoff. Another good question. And then it dives into open channel hydraulics, define Manning's equation, discuss the significance of critical flow, groundwater, water quality is in here, water resource planning. Wow. So that was great. So it develops all these problems. They don't give you solutions to them. So I'm going to refine this. I'm going to say, can you create 10 problems, 10 theory problems with multiple choice answers and solutions, ? Certainly. Here it goes. It just busting it out real quick. And it's going to be done here in a second. Boom, done. Okay, let's go take a look at that. So you can see you can further refine this stuff and get probably some good questions out of this. So here's problem 1, hydrology. All right, the question is, which of the following factors primarily influence the curve number in the SCS curve number method? And it gives four answers now: land slope, soil type, rainfall intensity, and vegetative cover, as well as a solution, which is saying B, soil type, that the curve number in the SCS method is primarily influenced by the soil type, which reflects the land's permeability and runoff potential. So I do think this is a great option. Here's another one. Problem 2, open channel hydraulics. In open channel flow, what's the critical flow condition? Is it supercritical, subcritical, uniform, or specific energy minimum? And it lists the solution as subcritical. The critical flow condition in open channel hydraulics is characterized by the Froude number equal to 1, indicating the transition between sub and supercritical flow, which is all correct. So wow, this is good stuff. So I mean, if I was going to rank ChatGPT on developing theory problems, I'm going to say it's pretty high. So I think these are great questions. I do think you probably need to verify that the answers are good. But I would say overall, this is definitely a tool to use for more theory problems, which is a common complaint that we get on the exams that people just aren't prepared for. So if you're looking for good tips to help prepare you in this arena, definitely use it for finding theory problems. I want to try one last thing while I've got you here. And let's say we want more quantitative problems. So I'm going to say, can you develop, let's say, 5 qualitative problems related to the water resources depth exam? And I misspelled that, but it figured it out. See, it's smarter than me. Okay, that did not spit out. I mean, what I'm looking for is something to actually solve here with numbers and equations. What it spit out was 5 problems. It says hydrology. Describe the impact of urbanization on the hydraulic cycle and how it influences the frequency and magnitude of stormwater runoff. Discuss potential strategies to mitigating that. I mean, that's a theory problem. These are conceptual problems. So, that didn't do a great job. I'm going to say, can you create 5 more problems that require equations to solve them? All right, here we go. We got to ask it the right way. All right, so what it came back with is ChatGPT, certainly. Here are 5 quantitative. Hydrology. A watershed with an area of 50 square miles experiences a storm event with an intensity of 2 inches per hour. Calculate the peak runoff using the rational method, given that the runoff coefficient is 0.6. That is great. It didn't spit out solutions to those problems. Another problem it spit out. Under an unconfined aquifer with a hydraulic conductivity of 0.005 feet per second and an effective porosity of 0.25. Determine the groundwater velocity under a hydraulic gradient of 0.002. These are great. Okay, I'm going to say, can you provide solutions to these last 5 problems? Now, I can't vouch that what it's going to spit out of the questions they even ask are found with equations that are in the handbook. Those are something that you'll probably need to dive into a little further to make sure that equations are matched correctly. But as I'm doing this, it spits it out. It uses the rational method. First problem for hydrology, it spit out Q equals CEA, plugs in the C value, the intensity. Nice little conversion going on here for the area, gets it in CFS. Nice. Again, you'll probably want to verify all these. For the hydraulic conductivity for groundwater, Q equals KI. That's nice. And other equations. So I'm not going to go over all those, but it definitely spit out answers with solutions to those questions. So I like it. I think you could go even further. So it does take some prompts to get it there, but I think you can get it there, and you could probably refine this a little further to call out the specific sections that you want problems in and see if it can develop those for your own exams. All right, so that was just a quick glimpse that I wanted to share with you about the power of AI and how to use that in your own exam prep. You can use it to help build a study schedule if you want. You need to refine it a little bit. That's okay. Let's go ahead and do that. You can use it to help produce theory questions if you're looking to, study in those areas, or maybe you want to see questions that kind of come out of the blue. This will help generate questions that way. And you saw even like qualitative type questions where you have to solve using equations. It can do that as well. So it's just a matter of punching in the right things, giving it the right prompts, and just kind of further refining that. So kind of a fun tool to play around with. I think AI again is all the rage these days with how we're developing technology in the future. And I wanted to see how it could be used as a tool that we could maybe embrace for help as we prepare for our exams in the future. We obviously use this as a tool. I think it's a great tool to use, but if you want, real problems that people have experienced on the exam, topics that should be hit, we've made sure we've tailored our own exams to make sure they match students' exam experiences, giving you the best possible outcome to help prepare you for those as well. So if you don't want to go through the hassle of trying to develop this stuff, definitely check out our exams at civilengineeringacademy.com. We'll make sure we have you covered. And as we march towards new specifications in April, we'll make sure we keep things up to date and modified to help better prepare you for your own journey. So I'm curious if you or others out there have used AI to help you with your own study preparation, how you used it, prompts that you used, anything like that would be of value to the next person studying this stuff. I would love to hear about it because we want to help other people. We love helping people on their journey to become professional engineers, and I think this is one way that we can do that. So hopefully this was valuable to you. It was fun to check into this and see how this thing can help, and I'm sure it will help plenty of people in the future. Hit me up if you have any questions about the exam, or go check out our resources at civilengineeringacademy.com, where we can help you on your FE, your PE, and many other exams as well. We look forward to it, and we're excited for it. So thank you for hanging out with me. We'll see you in another episode in the future. Bye.